Hello everybody, I'm Peter the Book Lover, and I call these videos Hauls of 8. This is where I talk about the most recent books that I have received, and I've got some pretty good ones here. Let's talk about these new books. Hello everybody, welcome to my channel. I am Peter the Book Lover, and in this channel we talk about books and movies, and I have a great time doing it. And in this video, I'm going to talk about a haul. This is 8 of my newest arrivals, and I'm going to talk about them. And the last book on this list is the book that I'm really excited about. So let's get into this. But before I get into the books, I want to actually thank you for being here. I want my audience to know that I really appreciate you giving me your time. Thank you so much for doing that. Okay, let's get into the books. Now, the first book that I'm going to show you is a book that really brings me back to when I was a very young child. Now, I believe this is the first book that I've ever read. I might have read other books. I remember reading Curious George when I was a little kid, but I believe this is the first book that I've ever read. And this was written by Katherine Jackson, and this is the Tawny Strawny Lion. And I don't know if anybody else read this when they were younger, but I remember reading this when I was very young, and I really loved this when I was a child. This was a really cool book, and it really stuck in my head, and I have a lot of memories of this book. And I'm really looking forward to reading the story again. I was really excited when I got a hold of this, because I've been looking for this because I definitely remembered it. And it's a pretty fun story about a lion that the rabbits turn him into a vegetarian, which is pretty cool. It's pretty funny. At the end of this book, he gets fat, and it's kind of funny watching him become a fat lion. So, the Tawny Scrawny Lion. That is the first book. Now, the second book I'm going to show you is another little golden book. And this is the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Totally Turtles. Now, the reason why I got this was written by Matthew J. Gilbert. And the reason why I got this was for the artwork. I like to draw cartoon characters, and this book is probably filled with a lot of good models for me to draw the Ninja Turtles. So I'm going to use this book to draw the Ninja Turtles. That's why I really got this, but at the same time, I'm going to read the story. The thing about the Ninja Turtles is that when I was younger, I was at the age to where I was becoming a teenager when this came out. So I really didn't get into the Ninja Turtles because I kind of felt like I was too old to get into that. But now that I'm older and looking back, I wish I was a little bit younger so I could enjoy the Ninja Turtles because they're pretty cool. This is a pretty cool cartoon. And I like the characters in this. So, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Totally Turtles. Okay. The next book that I've got here is a Disney book. They usually don't credit the author in these, but this is the story of Pocahontas. Now, I've never seen this movie, so I'm going to be experiencing this the first time by reading this book. And I've always wanted to see this movie. I just never got around to seeing it. And hopefully one day I'll get a chance to see Pocahontas, the movie. But until then, I could actually read her story in this book right here. Pocahontas. Okay, the next book that I'm going to talk about is another Disney book. And this is a movie that I have seen, and I really love this movie. This is The Little Mermaid. And I really love this movie, and I really love the story of this movie. I look forward to really enjoying this book. I love the music in this movie. The music in this movie is fantastic. But I also really love the story, so I'm going to enjoy reading this short little story. Plus, I might use the artwork in here and draw some of the pictures of these characters. I have drawn Sebastian, and I have drawn Flanders, and I really love the way those pictures came out. So I'm probably going to draw the characters in this book as well. I really love the artwork of the Disney cartoons. Disney did a fantastic job with a lot of movies. So that's The Little Mermaid. Okay, now we've got a book that's a kind of a big size. So it's going to be a little bit harder to put in my collection, but that's okay. I think this is pretty cool. The Scariest Creatures from Legends, Books, and Movies. This is Mythical Monsters. And yeah, this is just a collection of monsters. I'm pretty sure there's going to have some great artwork in here because look at this guy. This guy is really cool. And yeah, this is a book that's filled with artwork, and I could probably draw some of these pictures from these characters. I haven't really looked through this yet, but this looks like it's pretty cool. I kind of glanced through it, but I'm looking forward to checking this out. This is put together by Chris McNabb, and yeah, there's pretty cool things in here. Mythical Monsters. That's the next book, number 5. Okay, let's talk about the 6th book on this list. And this is a book about animals. This is The World's Strangest Animals. And the thing about it is that I really love animals a lot. This was put together by Paula Hammond, and this is a collection of animals. And I'm a big fan of wildlife, so I really get into books like this. But one thing that's cool about this book, because I've glanced through it, and this book features pretty much my favorite animal. This is the honey badger. But in this book, they refer to it as Rattel. But I refer to it as the honey badger. And the reason why I think this animal is so cool is that when lions try to attack it, they regret it. When hyenas try to attack the honey badger, they regret it. When coyotes try to attack a honey badger, they really regret it. Because the honey badger puts up a hell of a fight with anything that tries to attack it. It's a very, very tough animal. And another thing about this animal is that it's very smart. There has been people that's tried to keep this animal in captivity, and it escapes many, many times because it knows how to use tools, and it's extremely intelligent. As a matter of fact, how I discovered this animal was I watched a documentary about a person that was trying to keep this in captivity, and it kept on escaping. And then it would escape from captivity, and then it would go and mess with the other animals. And it's not a nice animal to other animals. And another cool thing about the honey badger that I really love is that if it comes across a cobra, it will just walk up to the cobra and start eating it. And the thing about it is the cobra will bite the honey badger, and the honey badger will feel the poison, but it's not lethal to the honey badger. So the honey badger walks up to the cobra, eats it, gets bit, and then it passes out for like an hour or two. And then an hour later, it just gets up like nothing happened. And then it will go about its day. I really am interested in the honey badger, so I'm going to enjoy reading about him and other things. I see there's a praying mantis on the back, and I love those as well. So, Strangest Animals. The World's Strangest Animals. I'm looking forward to checking this book out. Okay, the next book that I'm going to show you is the book written by Naguib Mahfouz. And this is Arabian Nights and Days. And I have not read any of this. I have another book about Sinbad, and I'm really interested in reading this book. This looks like it's going to be a fun time. And I don't know anything about it, but I've heard that this is a really cool story. So, Arabian Nights and Days. I'm really looking forward to reading this one. This one looks pretty cool. Okay, the next book that I've got here is the book that I'm most excited about. Now, I recently watched the movie of this, and it's a cartoon, and this was written by Robert C. O'Brien, and this is Mrs. Frisby and the Rats of Nim. Now, this is based off of the movie, or the movie, The Secret of Nim, is based off of this book, and I really love that cartoon. It's a fantastic cartoon. If you've never seen The Secret of Nim, even if you're an adult, you'll really enjoy it because it's got fantastic artwork, it's got great music, it's got great villain in the story, it's got some pretty good comedy with Jeremy the Crow. He's a wild character. They've got this cat called Dragon that's really cool, and it's got the great owl, and the great owl is very, very creepy when you go to his lair because there's cobwebs everywhere, and it's really amazing. I just watched this cartoon, and I really loved the cartoon. It is really fantastic, and I enjoyed it a lot. So, this is Mrs. Frisby and the Rats of Nim, although in the movie they call her Mrs. Bixby, but it's Frisby in the book. So, I'm looking forward to checking this out. So there you go. There's my 8 new books. I'm really looking forward to reading them in the future. So that's pretty much the video. I want to thank you for being here. Now, if you liked the video, please do me a favor. Hit the like button. When you hit the like button, it means a lot to me. It goes straight to my heart, and I love it. Thank you. And if you've read any of these books or you want to let me know what you think, I'd love to hear from you. I love to hear comments, read comments in the comments, and respond to my comments. It means a lot to me. So let me know what you think in the comments. I would love that. Now, if you subscribe to my channel and you've been subscribed for a while, I hope you're enjoying my content. But if you're not subscribed to my channel, please do me a favor, subscribe to my channel. I make 2 videos a week. That way, I always produce content, and at the same time, I'm not overloading you with, I'm giving you like 7 videos to watch in the week. Some people make too many videos. I make my videos to where 2 times a week, so that way, it's not a chore to watch all my videos. So I think it's a good amount, in my opinion. So that's it. I am Peter the Book Lover. I want to thank you for coming by, and I hope to see you in the next video.